What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Jobber Radio. We're talking about the Jobber Radio Prediction League, the JRPL. We have finished our 2017 schedule. Guys, we started back in May, I think it was, and there have been 19 shows. 19, we're talking WWE, NXT, Global Force. At one point, they were Impact, and then we also covered Ring of Honor. We've covered 19 total shows in 2017. So, first of all, little plug right now. If you haven't already, go to jobberradio.com, by the way. Click on the Jobbies 2017 voting. Vote for who won each award. We're talking Superstar of the Year. We're talking all those kind of things. Tag team, storyline, stable, all those kind of things. Go now, click on this, and vote and submit for the Jobbies if you haven't already. So, with that aside, let's recap how we finished 2017. And you know what? We don't usually do this. I'm going to go over some highlights at Final Battle. This was the Ring of Honor pay-per-view Final Battle, which is Ring of Honor's WrestleMania. It takes place in December. If you didn't know, now you know. But anyway, let's take a look at what happened. First of all, in the main event, we had a triple threat death match between three members of the Solution: Woody, Beer Meat Jesus, and the Warden. Tag team champions and the leader, quote-unquote leader, of the Solution, Woody, going at it. This is just, hey, we all want to go in there and we're going to see who comes out on top. Things got vicious. If you didn't read the write-up, dear Lord, I think it's like 4 huge paragraphs long. Had a lot of fun with that. And a lot of this that you read, if you didn't, a lot of it was from the Warden. So he came up with a lot of the ideas. He wanted a SWAT truck involved. It's really crazy. So a lot of credit goes to him. And it's funny that he actually ended up winning the match by a single point, beating out his tag team partner, Beer Me Jesus. And then Woody, who had, he had 13. So, I mean, he showed up. So that's good. He showed up. But anyway, yeah, you need to go read the write-up. A lot of crazy stuff happened. The Warden almost lost an eye, and it actually bled over into Clash of Champions, which we're going to talk about in a minute. But a crazy main event, a lot of fun there, and a close matchup, too, by 1 point separated the Warden and Beer Me Jesus. And then I took on, myself, Bomber, in a hardcore match against Cam Popplestone. I took on Cam Popplestone, the unofficial, as he calls it, house show champion. But good thing you're not the official house show champion, because I would now be the champion. But the funny thing about this match is, if it wasn't hardcore rule stipulation, because I remember I was counting up the stuff as I was going through it, and Cam Popplestone would have won if the hardcore match stipulation was not there. So because he wanted a hardcore match against the Ultraviolent champion, guess what? I came out on top, 10-5. It's weird how I won by 5 points, but he would have ended up winning. So either way, I got the win over the unofficial house show champion, which he says he still is. So that's interesting. We'll see where that goes leading into 2018. Excuse me. So also we had the Eloquent Enigmas taking on Japanese, and this was the Enigmas. They actually requested this match against Japanese, and look at that win, 53-28. Did that get squash? It did. They earned the squash achievement. The Eloquent Enigmas did. So big win there. And this was all trying to get momentum going in to the pay-per-view Clash of Champions for the Tag Team Championship Classic. And then we had Otis trying to take on the Top Block champion in a non-title match. Just, trying to get the lower guys to give them opportunities that they won't normally get on the main pay-per-views, on the WWE shows. And Otis did not cash in very well on that opportunity, 21-9. Unfortunately, kind of got an ass whooping there. But you know what? Hey, happens to the best of us, especially when you get into the ring, quote unquote ring with Super Hippo. Then moving on, I really felt bad about this match. So John was set to take on somebody. John was set to take on somebody. Sorry, I forgot who it was, but the GMSG and Tom were gonna go on a one-on-one match to see who the king of ties was, because they both have had the most ties in the JRPL. And this was supposed to be a one-on-one match to see who was going to do it. And John's opponent no-showed, so I had to throw him into a match. I wanted to give the Tom and GMSG a high-ranking opponent since, okay, here's how it went down. I looked at the card, and I said, okay, John needs a match, right? So I looked at all the matches on here, and I said, who where would John best fit? He's obviously belongs near the top of the card, even though that's not always the case with house show matches. But either way, I wanted to give the GMSG and Tom an opportunity to take on a former world champion because just like Otis, I want to give people these opportunities that they don't always get. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm gonna level with you. I completely forgot when I was doing that about the whole King of Ties match. That is my fault. Even though GMSG got another tie at Clash of Champions, and there's no longer a tie there, I still am going to give these guys a singles match in the future. It is coming at some point. Completely my fault. I did not mean to ruin that. And unfortunately, John walked into the match and got a 35 to 28 to 18 victory. Kind of put down the two other guys in the match. So again, obviously I messed up. I didn't mean to ruin your guys' King of Ties, but we'll make it right. We'll have you guys go in a singles match later on. Excuse me, man. Sorry, my throat's feeling a little weird before I started recording this. But Tagaby took on Wookie here in just a singles match. This went back to the Survivor Series match where if you read the write-up, the little kayfabe write-up there, these guys eliminated each other via, I think it was double countout because they did a suplex from the top rope all the way to the outside. Both guys took a big bump. Neither one could get up. Both of them got counted out, and both of them got eliminated. So Tagaby actually came to me and said, hey, how about you put me and Wookie in a one-on-one match at the house show, and we'll try to settle our beef there. And he sure as hell did. Look at that. 10-point victory here over Wookie. Tagaby getting the win. Big win there. And just a couple more. I'll just run through real quick. I'm not going to go into full detail because it was a house show. A lot of these are random matches. But Jay Scott got a big upset win over Bastion here. Bastion 37-30 there. Took the loss. Pretty disappointed, but you know what? I know he's good, and it's a Ring of Honor show. Understandable. Not going to get too mad at him. And then Captain Charisma still rolling strong. Got a win over Vitamin Yes, who's actually up for a Jobby for Jobber of the Year. 2-point victory there for Captain Charisma. Really close match. Then 3J Platinum got a victory over CM Carlito, 20-16. And 3J Platinum's partner, Crimson Cyborg, got a victory over Scott, 25-10. Pretty big win there. And if you go back and look, all three members of the Regulators right here, back-to-back-to-back matches, all three got a win. How long has it been since these guys have all got a win back-to-back-to-back like that? Pretty big stuff. And you know what? This is coming right off of the Survivor Series match where they kind of got embarrassed. So they stepped it up in a big way right after that match. So we're going to see where they can go from here on out. Lee got a win over Gourds, who this is kind of an upset, guys. Gourds is kind of higher up on the card as a singles wrestler, and Lee has not had much success as a singles superstar in the JRPL. So pretty big upset there on his part, which is pretty big win there. And everybody calls him JD, J Diano. We're just going to call him JD. Got the win over Broken Nerd, 37-24. Pretty decisive win there. Spring Tigers got a big win. Oh, look at this. 41 points from Spring Tigers. Pretty sure that was the biggest score on the night. Yeah, sure was. Spring Tigers put up the biggest score against Banksy, unfortunately. Banksy still did good with 29, but when you go up against 41, it kind of tough there. Kind of tough. And then Tino, the world champion, got a win over the other awesome hooded motherfucker member, the Green Machine. Unfortunate 8 points out of the Green Machine. Not a good night for the Green Machine as he went up against Tino, who got a big victory there. And then TB666 defeated Buck N5 20-12. And rounding out the show, we had Cammy Cat defeating, I know this is the first time I've run into this name, Xivili. I don't know. I don't know if you're supposed to pronounce that. Xivili? I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you're supposed to be able to pronounce that or just say Xivili. I have no idea. Anyway, Cammy Cat got a big win, 33-15 over the debuting member of Imperium, I believe is the name of their group. But like I said, read the write-up. Most of it is centered around the main event because It's a house show, not a lot of big stuff happens at house shows. So go in, read it if you haven't already. It's a fun stuff. Actually wrote up more than I normally do. But so let's go back to the homepage real quick. Now that was Final Battle. You roll right over here to Clash of Champions. This is the final WWE show of 2017. This is how you're going to, like, boom, put a stamp on 2017, exclamation point. How did you finish your first ever year in the JRPL? Let's take a look at how everybody did. Let's run down the entire card from top to bottom. First of all, in the Clash of Champions match, main event time, non-title, no titles on the line. We had the world champion Tino defeating the top lock champion Super Hippo. Now, yes, on paper, the world champion should always be the second title guy, which, if you want to equate it to WWE, this would be like the world champion being the Intercontinental champion, if you want to look at it like that. But these guys, it's no surprise that Super Hippo is one of the top guys in the company, and Intercontinental title equivalent, world title, whatever it is, he's one of the top guys no matter what title he's on. Even if he doesn't have a title, he's one of the top guys. And Tino getting the big 6-point victory here says a lot about Tino, shows that he came to play, and he walked out with the big win in the main event. And again, you got to go read that write-up. I'm going to always say that in every single video because you need to do it. I put a lot of work into those things. But in the after the match there in the kayfabe world, Tino took down what happened? Woody came out. That's what it was. Woody came out, and they beat up Super Hippo a little bit. They spit on him. Next thing you know, out came the Ultra-Violent Connection. They came out. They ran away, Tino and Woody, and basically Bomber, myself, whatever you want to call it, Bomber got on the mic and said, hey, you know what? You want to mess with one of the best champions in JRPL history, meaning Super Hippo, you got to come through us. So basically, and the Bomber pretty much said the solution is falling apart, because as we're going to get further down this card, you're going to see they lost the tag team titles. John lost the number one contender match. So possibly going into 2018, Tino is the only champion right now in the solution. And if he loses against TB666, which again, we'll talk about in a second, man, the solution will go from having all these titles to having no titles. That's basically the bottom line of what Bomber was saying. And it's all going to come down to Bomber pretty much. We're going to see a Solution versus Ultraviolent Connection feud, in case you didn't already know that shit was coming. That's pretty much what that boiled down to. And Bomber made that pretty evident at after the main event there. But moving on here, the Outsiders, like I said, defeated in a big major upset. Possibly, hey, if you want to go vote for the Jobbies, possibly upset of the year. Go vote now. Was it not? You decide. The Outsiders defeated the Solution 69-60. This is the first ever Solution just straight tag team 2-on-2 match, no stipulations. This is the first ever time they lost in a straight up 2-on-2 match in the entire year. Well, obviously the entire JRPL timeline. So that says a whole lot. Either the Outsiders got extremely lucky, or the Warden and Beer Me Jesus, they somehow just had an off night. I don't know. But storyline-wise, of course, the Warden showed up late. There was a whole kind of drama going around. Is Warden going to show up? And he did end up showing up, but he showed up in the SWAT truck kind of late. He had his eye wrapped up, and Beer Me Jesus went to go. They both got out of the truck together. They look like they're united and everything, but next thing you know, Outsiders jumped right on them because they are these new nasty, as of Survivor Series, they're these nasty heels. They're going to come in, and they don't care about shit. Somehow, the Warden got a bunch of cheers, mainly because he just showed he was a badass. He came out with a busted eye. He could only see out of one eye, and Beer Me Jesus got a couple cheers, which is weird because nobody fucking likes the Solution. But I don't know. What you decide how this match went down. Go read the write-up. The Outsiders came in just absolutely just ass-walloped. Now, I just used that term. Ass-walloped the Solution there and took severe advantage of the Warden's injury. I would say injuries from the night before at Battleground. Not Battleground. Final Battle. the couple nights before. So anyway, the Outsiders advance in the Tag Team Championship Classic. They go to the second round where they will defend their titles against. Yep. Everybody joked about it. Everybody joked about it. Oh, what happens if there's a tie in the tournament? And I was like, there's not going to be a damn tie. It's hard to tie in tag team matches because you got 4 different people with all different variables coming in. I was pretty confident there was not going to be a tie. But I'll be damned if the awesome hooded motherfuckers didn't tie with the Eloquent Enigmas 66-66. So, what does that mean? If you go read the write-up, there's some interference from Redhead 12 and all this other stuff goes down because she's kind of locked in a feud with Jonathan C.T. Martin in Junction right now. But that led to a no contest, and now we are going to have a triple threat match in the next round. It's going to be the Outsiders, Lee and Scott, defending their titles because every round the titles are on the line. They're going to be defending their titles in a triple threat match. Awesome hooded motherfuckers, Eloquent Enigmas, going against the Outsiders, all for the tag team titles. Who will advance to the finals of the tournament? That is kind of a big deal. And you know what I did? A little controversial here, but the match is listed as a hardcore match. So that means if you get a match wrong when you're predicting, you lose points. I'm trying to do everything I can to make sure there's no tie. Okay? There's no... I saw the warden got on the Discord and he was like, wait a minute, why is the other match not a hardcore match? You're just trying to skew. Nobody's trying to skew or rig or anything. It's all about, I don't want a damn tie in a 4-way finals match going in to Royal Rumble. Okay. We want to avoid that at all cost. So that's why that match is a hardcore match. No other reason. Nobody's trying to screw anybody. If anything, I've been in more hardcore matches, more death matches than anybody. I enjoy those, so we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see what goes down. All I know is it better not be a fucking draw or a tie, or like I said, I'm gonna come kill every one of you guys. I'm gonna come kill you. I'm just gonna take you out back, put a bullet in the head, done. But that was a little graphic. Let's keep going on. The Ultraviolent Connection, UVC, Jut 9, Bastion beat Otis and Wookie. Finally got an official tag team name for him. They beat him 69-55, so pretty decisive win here from the UVC. UVC. No, I almost say QVC. From UVC in their debuting tag team match as they move on to the second round, and my personal favorite to win the tournament. No biasism, not getting biased at all there. Just want to see this guys win. Anyway, and we had another upset in the first round. Not as big as the Solution upset, but we had the first ever tag team champions, the Regulators, Crimson Cyborg and 3J Platinum, took a defeat from Japanese. We're talking Bionic Knee and Hidoshin Moses. Moved on 72 with actually the biggest score out of all of the tag teams in the tournament. 72-58. Guys, we have Japanese going up against UVC, and then we have a triple threat. That is an amazing, to me anyway, I think that's going to be a very fun second round little brackets going on that we got. But again, we'll get on to more of that in another video, which we'll talk about at the end of this, because there's a little spoiler. You need to stay tuned for what I got to say at the end of this video. And then a big number 1 contender match to see who will go on to face Tino at the Royal Rumble. TB666 got I wouldn't say much of an upset win, but got a big surprise win. Well, I wouldn't say upset, but a lot of people probably thought John was going to get the win again and move on to hopefully get another second title reign. But you know what? Boom. No, TB666, as I said all along, he's always put up good stuff. I know we have a million disagreements on Discord, Twitter, and everything. But you know what? The guy, he picks stuff. He knows how to pick his matches. He got a 1-point victory over John. And you know what? Joe Blow was not that far off as well. These guys, all three, put up a very worthy triple threat match to see who would go on to fight Tino, and I think we're going to have a very good Tino versus TB666 match, and I kind of brought it up on Discord, but guys, don't look now. Tino is represented by Shinsuke. Guess who represents TB666? AJ Styles. Shinsuke, AJ Styles, there it is. We're doing it first here in the JRPL. Somebody had to do it in America. So, anyway, he won. Let's go on to the next match. Top Block Championship match. Who is going on to face Super Hippo at the NXT show, which is right before the Royal Rumble? It is Tagaby. He beat Mod Step. Now, this is not a huge upset, but another shocking win. Mod Step has been very, very solid in the JRPL. But Tagaby, he has been absolutely lights out lately. He's been taking people out left and right. He was a captain of the Survivor Series team, which fell a little short. Team USA did not beat Team UK, but he has got enough confidence in the JRPL so far that he was the actual captain. And you know what? 8 points victory over one of the top guys, which, you know what? He is one of the top guys, ain't he? Yeah, he's one of the top guys. But big victory there. It's going to be interesting. I'm not going to jinx anybody, but if anybody is going to beat Super Hippo, that's obviously not Tino. I wouldn't bet against Tagaby. I'm just saying. He doesn't have any crazy streak going on, so somebody's got to beat Super Hippo, for the love of God. Somebody's got to do it. Not that I don't like him, but somebody's got to beat him, and it could just be Tagaby. So look out for that. That would be a shock to start of 2018, wouldn't it? The longest reigning champion just taken down right there in the very first show. But moving on, I defended my title against CM Carlito in a death match. Oh, man, CM Carlito, he had the Cinderella story going coming into this match. A lot of people were behind him. A lot of people rooting for him, including myself. I really wanted my first title defense to be against CM Carlito. And guess what? He did good. 24 points in a death match is pretty damn good. But when you're going against myself, I sometimes score a little bit more. So, toot my own horn, obviously. Good match from CM Carlito. I'm really excited to see what he can do going into 2018. But you know what? There might be a little elimination chamber in the works for Mr. CM Carlito. Who knows? We'll see. Then we got Woody going up against Victory Green. Got the win by 3 points. Very close match here. Victory Green is, man, he teeters so much. He shows signs of absolute greatness where like, wow, this dude's going to be a main eventer. And then he'll end up taking a big loss where like, wait, he should not have lost to that guy. So once he finally finds a really strong rhythm, I have no doubt in my mind Victory Green is going to be right up there in the main event pretty damn soon. He's just got to get that streak going. That's all he's got to get going behind him. And even he only lost by 3 points, so it's not like he had a bad showing here. But could not beat Woody. I know Woody has, he's won 6 straight, 5-6 straight. Let's go. You know what? Just for the sake of things, just to make Woody happy, let's go take a look at Woody's profile real quick right here on the video. And let's find out and see what exactly Woody's done in the past couple shows, because he'll let you know about it. He will tell you about it. Let's click on Woody's profile here. Let's go to Woody. All right. So he's 11-5 after this show. Okay, so he did take the loss at Final Battle, but again, house show, not that big of a deal. Let's see what we got. His first start of his streak was at Hell in a Cell. He beat Cam Popplestone. Then he won the hardcore 6-way tag against the Regulators. So 1, 2. There's a TNA show. So 3 at TakeOver, 4 at Survivor Series. So he's on a 5-match win streak on main shows. 5 straight wins. Okay, that is pretty good. And I know he's freaking out saying, where's my title shot? Where's my title shot? You know what? There might be something in the works. Who knows? You might have a Royal Rumble win coming your way. I mean, you just gotta earn it. You just gotta earn it. He's going to love that one. Here we go. We had Legit Boss taking on Cammy Cat. Got the win here in a hardcore match. This all stemmed from Survivor Series, where Legit Boss... Oh, there's a lot of controversy here. Legit Boss almost missed submitting her picks for the Survivor Series match against Team Jobber Radio, but at the last minute, she showed up and said, oh, let me copy Spring Tigress' picks. So Spring Tigress kind of gave her the picks, said, here, take these. These are going to be good. And Legit Boss got eliminated and completely blamed Spring Tigress and ended up turning her back on her entire team, turning heel in the middle of the Survivor Series match, decked everybody with steel chairs, and then, boom, look at this. Ended up getting the win. And as I said it before, you need to read the write-up because there is some serious crap that goes down in this match. I'll give you the cliff notes right now. Somehow, Cammy Cat gets led into a bathroom, gets surrounded and gets the absolute, I would say trash beat out of her, but we'll just say blood. She gets demolished in that bathroom by a steel chair. You need to go read the write-up because it is brutal, it is graphic, and Legit Boss, maybe one of the top heels right after that in the JRPL. You got to watch out for Legit Boss. But somebody else has got to watch out is Spring Tigers, who she said she is straight coming for because she was so mad when she got eliminated in that Survivor Series match. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where Cammy Cat is coming after that destruction there. So moving on. Captain Charisma, like I said, man, this guy, talk about, he's up for a jobby as well for Comeback Kid of the Year, which is funny because it's Shawn Michaels, but with the Heartbreak Kid, that's where that reference came from. But anyway, the Comeback Kid Award, Captain Charisma started out really, really rough, no surprise. But man, that guy has crushed it in the past, I'd say almost 5 months, 4 months maybe. He did lose his title to myself, but hey, it was to me, so understandable. But seriously, though, he is absolutely fantastic lately. It's going to be hard to slow him down. We're going to see where he goes. There was some weird stuff going on with the regulators. He came out to help. There was some confusion. Again, it's all in the kayfabe write-up. Check it out. Possible dissension in the ranks there from the regulators. They all got to win at Final Battle, and they come in. Captain Charisma still gets the win, but the regulators get eliminated from the tournament. Pretty sad there. But we had Peanut is my bitch getting the victory over Cam Popplestone. 3 points. Man, I'm so sorry about the weird talking today, but Peanut is my bitch. Like I said, he has been up and down, just kind of like where is it at? Where the hell is Victory Green? Kind of like Victory Green here. He wins a lot of big high profile matches, and then he loses a match where he's like, you can't lose to Peanut. You can't lose to Peanut. Hey, I lost Peanut, so I can say that. But 3-point victory here. He keeps getting wins, and then he'll get the loss. He needs to get a string of victories and build some full-time momentum, and he will, without a doubt, rise up in the ranks. Cam Popplestone, he's had a rough outing since Survivor Series. We're going to see if he can turn things around, started in 2018. And then Jay Scott and the Green Machine tied up 35-35. No contest here. Pretty good score from these guys, but again, a draw, and you hate to see that because both of these guys have been pretty solid in the JRPL. You really wanted to see one of those guys get a win finishing out the year, but you know what? At least nobody got a loss, so I guess that's a positive way to look at it. And then Redhead, back from injury in her first match, going against the Shockmaster. Guys, Redhead was amazing right before she took that first loss. I think she was 6-0, and she took that loss to Super Hippo in the title match. And then she came back, and if you don't know the feud that's been going on, she took on Jonathan C.T. Martin. She got a win, but got attacked after the match. She demanded a death match, and that is when we had the formation of the Eloquent Enigmas. They completely destroyed her, injured her. She is now back. She is out for blood, and Shockmaster was the first victim on her way back towards redemption, revenge, I don't know. But either way, 33-28, Redhead gets the win here in this match. The Finn gets a win in his singles match. That has not been said a whole lot. Now, he was one of the highlights in the Survivor Series match. He did really good in the Survivor Series match. He's the only non-UK person to join, but they figured they get an outsider to go against the USA. It's rightfully so. But he got a win over another standout in that. That's why these guys actually fought each other, because they both were a standout in that Survivor Series match. And guess what? 41-36. These guys took home match of the night. Great performances. The Finn stepping it up. Guys, the Finn, could he be on the rise? That is the big question. I hate that he picked fucking Dolph Lundgren or whatever the fuck this guy's name is as his pick base, because there's not a lot of pictures for him. But I hope nothing but the best in 2018 for both of these guys. Let's see where they go. Then timeout. I discovered something today. I was actually going through and updating everything from these shows. I'm going back. Let's go back to the the roster here. We're gonna look up Tom's profile. I got something that you guys probably don't know about Mr. Tom here. Yes, he had a big losing streak right here at one point. He hasn't had the most success, but let's take a look at something real quick. Since TLC, he got a win over the Finn. He went to a no contest with Hiroshi Moses. He got a win over Zozo. Got a win at the Survivor Series. He was one of the sole survivors. Or there were 2 survivors, not a sole survivor. He did lose in that triple threat at Battleground, but hey, that's a house show. And then got a win here. So what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4 wins right there, folks. Because this no contest was a house show as well. So he is on a 4-match win streak right now in the JRPL. Guys, Tom, I just said it right there. Tom is on a 4-match win streak in the JRPL. Are you kidding me? This is what I'm talking about guys that are struggling and they can come on back. Tom is going into 2018. We're looking at hopefully a big run out of Tom here. I got some good matches planned for him coming up. We're going to see if he can capitalize because, I mean, you know what? Fuck it. I'm spoiling it right here. Let's go a little bit. Let's go check out and let's just see who he's facing so far. I believe I booked one of his opponents. His whole card is not done yet. But boom, look at that. Redhead 12, one of the best records in the JRPL, going against Tom. Now, that is a high-profile match if I have ever seen one. Now, Tom, you know what? Let me close out these pages. Tom, this is your chance, man. You've been doing good. I hope I didn't jinx you by bringing it to everybody's attention. You were kind of under the radar. But we're going to see what you can do. He even put up 40 points on this show. So, Tom has the damn momentum going into 2018. We're going to see what he can do with it. But Accelerator 27, again, you're right there. You're trying to break through. You just gotta, I don't know what you gotta do. Change something up. Do something different than your picks. I don't know if you gotta just say, hey, you know what? I'm not even gonna think about anything. I'm just gonna just straight first instinct. I don't know what you gotta do, but try to switch it up and get some wins. Now, speaking of getting some wins, Vitamin Yes defeated Breaker, who Breaker is one of the newcomers in the JRPL, who's had a lot of early success. And look what happened. A 2-point victory out of Vitamin Yes, who's been struggling. Guys, that's a big win out for Vitamin Yes. Not as big as his Jut 9 win he had a little while back. That's even up for the Jobby right now for upset of the year because that was a huge upset. And Vitamin Yes is actually up for also Jobber of the Year. So he's pushing that on social media to go vote for him. I'm not going to say you need to go do it, but maybe you need to do some research. He might be the guy to vote for. But he got the big win over Breaker. I would say this is an upset victory. Even though Breaker's still fresh and new, this is an upset victory. He's had a lot of success. So we're going to see if Breaker can rebound from this and if Vitamin Yes can keep that momentum going. Speaking of new guys, Adinex here, I hope I'm saying that right. Adinex got the win over Ash, who has been doing solid, but man, look at this. 35-32, 3-point victory here. Adinex, I don't know exact record, but it's either undefeated or 1 loss. Either way, he's doing no, I think he's undefeated. Boom. I'm locking that in. He is undefeated right now in the JRPL. I hope I'm not wrong. But a lot of success could be coming in his future. We're going to see where he can go with it. You got to keep building up. And then speaking of upsets, this is pretty much just like the Vitamin Yes Breaker match. This was Banksy, who's been having a lot of struggles going on in the JRPL. He got the win over JD, got the win over him, and I believe gave him his first loss. JD did not have a loss coming into this match and took it from Banksy. So you know what? Banksy had a really good match at Final Battle, and then he did get a loss though, but he had a good score. Came in and got a big win over JD. So that is really good to round out a rough year. To always get a win is going to be a pretty good little exclamation point on your first year in the JRPL. And guess what? Speaking of jobbers, my good buddy Alaska Brown, he got a win over against Cross, 31-30. Both of these guys are up for Jobber of the Year, by the way, for the Jobbies. And a 1-point victory separated these two. Guys, they're both struggling. You gotta give them props. They're doing everything they can. They're sticking with it. I love how they're sticking with it, and I hope their 2018 run is gonna be way better than their 2017 run because I can just say it right now. You guys struggled. You guys struggled, and I hope you have a lot of success in 2018. best of luck to both you guys. But speaking of guys I don't wish a lot of luck upon, Matt Zion and Rab. No, I'm kidding. Matt Zion and Rab, I put them up. They teamed before, and we had two guys coming in. We had the one true king, Nate Myers, and Xivili. I'm just going to spell it out until I find out if that's supposed to be pronounced. We're talking Imperium going against Matt Zion and Rab. I don't know. We have this is legit boss's little duo. Her little goons, I guess. Well, big goons, to be honest with you. But her goons coming in, and I said, you know what? I want to bring them in a tag match, see how they do. And I put them up against Rab and Matt Zion because, you know what? They've had a tag match before. They're familiar with each other. We'll see how they do. And a close match here, 64-61. We had Imperium get their debut, main show debut win. It was the debut for Nate Myers. Xivili did get a loss at Final Battle, but you know what? House shows, not that big of a deal. And I like their look. Triple H and Braun Strowman kind of look cool to me. I'm not going to lock these guys in as a bit major, like, main tag team, but I do have them teaming up in the future. Since they're in the trio, they will team up every so often. But just because I have them locked in as a tag team here and on one of the next shows coming up does not mean they are forever going to be a tag team. So don't freak out if you're like, wait a minute, I didn't want to be a tag team. So, because we're actually building a good tag team roster right now, so we're getting there. But congrats on your debut wins there against Rab and Zion. And then we had a bunch of debuting guys here. We had Lily Pilly defeating Buckend 5, one of the veterans since the very beginning. Buckend 5 has been here and could not get the win over the debuting Lily Pilly. And yes, no images coming in here yet, but I know Lily Pilly is Emma. I believe picked Emma for their pick base. I forgot who Hebrew. Actually, I think I forgot who both of these guys. I think one picked maybe Goldberg. I think this is. I don't know. Either I should shut up about it. But either way, the Hebrew Hammer defeated that guy Jack 30-20, and then we had the debuting XO Kev defeated Zozo 20-14. And I know I did hear some murmurs about why is Zozo not up for Jobber of the Year. Hey, you know what? She only had a couple. I'm going by. It is an actual girl, but I go by, we go kayfabe here. Zozo was Jack Gallagher, so he has only had like 3 matches. So, I feel it wasn't right, even though you're 0-3, to throw you in there and maybe like get an award over some other guys that have been there for much longer and stuff. So that was kind of the reason behind that. I just feel it wasn't right off the bat, but. Zozo, you're going to have to start getting some wins, or maybe you might be up for Jobber of the Year next year. I'm just saying, do some research. I know you are new to wrestling because you're a big Zion fan from what I heard, and he kind of got you into wrestling. So you know what? We're here. Hit us up on Discord. You pop in every once in a while, stay in there, chat it up with us, and we'll help you out. We'll lead you to some wins, maybe perhaps. But I will, you know what? I'm going to also disclose that. I don't know if I said that right. Anyway, that guy Jack and XO Kev are actually two of my real life friends, IRL. They were the guys actually. They come over for a lot of the pay-per-views. If I'm not streaming with Matt Zion, by the way, these guys are probably over at my house watching the pay-per-view. So I finally got them to sign up over all the pay-per-views we watched. I finally got them to sign up, and it's funny to see they ended up with the same score, completely different picks. But same score, and I think they expressed they want to be a tag team. So we'll see where that goes. That could be fun for those guys. And the funny, this guy, Kev, that's like totally, his name's Kevin, totally his nickname. That's good stuff there. But anyway, that rounds out 2017 Clash of Champions. Guys, it was a pretty middle of the pack actual pay-per-view. There were some great things. There were some not so great things, mainly Jinder Mahal. But I hope you enjoyed 2017 JRPL. I'm going to hop back over to the homepage and tell you need to go vote on the jobbies. This video is coming out right before the end of 2017. And the voting will lock in on the 1st of 2018. No more votes. I'm going to take down the voting page. And you know what? We will have a winner of each category. So far, I'm going to say there are some surprises. I'm going to click in here real quick and look at some of the awards. But there are some surprising leaders right now, I should say. Not for a lot of, some of them are like, oh, if it's not so-and-so, something's wrong. But no, the super obvious ones are pretty obvious. So, I mean, there's no describe, I would not say describe. There's no, where's it at? Where is it? There's no kidding anybody that the solution is the stable of the year. Hey, it's pretty obvious. I mainly put the Ultraviolet Connection up there and the Awesome Hooded Motherfuckers, which we pretty much just became a stable. They were a tag team. We just formed. We formed on the same night, and there were only 2 real stables throughout 2017, really. So, but I had to put some more options in there. I didn't want just a 2-person option. So, yeah, the solution, it's pretty obvious. And yes, there's a couple obvious ones in here, but I think a couple shockers. And one of the ones that I think is going to be a shocker to everybody is hardest event to predict of the year. I think that is going to be a shocking winner there. I'm not going to give you any tips or anything because I want everything to be a surprise when the results are revealed. So, but there's a couple surprises in there. So here's what I want to tell you guys about right before I close this out. Things to look forward to in 2018 and pretty much it. I was going to say and beyond, but let's not go that far. So, first things first, jobbies. Yes, I'm going to let me talk here. I'm going to release a video revealing the jobbies winners. It's going to be it's the way I'm going to do this here. I'm going to basically pop it up. It's going to be a web page just like you're watching right now, and I'm going to show the stuff before it goes live on the website. I'm going to pop it up on YouTube so people are going to get an advanced chance if they only go to the website, if they only go to YouTube, whatever. It's going to be on YouTube before it's on the website. And I will link it and everything on Twitter, on Discord, and all that. You'll find it either way. But just a heads up, there will be a video revealing the Jobby winners, and that should be a lot of fun. So that's one video coming out. Another video that we still got to look forward to is it's going to be a straight build-up for the Royal Rumble. It's going to be an entire video dedicated to the card of TakeOver Philadelphia, which, again, as you can see, a whole lot of matches are not announced. Only a few are. And then the Royal Rumble card, which only one match is announced right now. I mean, you obviously know the finals are for the Tag Team Classic, but the rest will all be, like, the card will be full, and it'll be a video dedicated to just those 2 cards, giving you the descriptions and what's going on and whatnot. So that's 2 videos right there. And then another video, which is probably going to be before this one, before the takeover, the card breakdowns, is going to be who is getting into the 2018 Royal Rumble, the first ever JRPL Royal Rumble. I'm going to be drawing names. First of all, every time I think about streaming it, I'm like, oh God, I got to stream it. I'm not the biggest streamer. Okay. I'm not huge on streaming. To me, it seems more like a hassle, but I will stream it. It will be live. We will have a chat and everything. And I don't even know how I'm going to do it yet. I don't know exactly how to like rip that video, but I will also upload that onto YouTube. So if you don't catch the stream, you will get the entire Royal Rumble drawing as a separate video. So that's 3 videos right there before January 28th. So we got 3 JRPL videos coming out shortly after January 1st and all leading up to January 28th. Now, if you're just a Jobber Radio fan, yes, we have been slacking on our content. There's a lot of stuff going on. Matt Zion's dealing with a lot of stuff personally with his YouTube channel and all that being taken down. So he's going through some stuff. Scott's been out of town. Peanut's Peanut. Rab is definitely still Rab. And Lee is he's always there. He's ready to go. So can't say anything bad about Lee. But yeah, and I'm just here, jerking around and, just updating the JRPL website every single day. So we will get more content coming out in 2018. I promise. The one big thing I want to do is a lot more Best in the Business episodes. A lot of people like those. And I actually want to revive the Memories to Matches. Maybe Matt Zion was the only one doing these, but maybe we'll do one where a couple of us will watch a match just like Matt Zion did, and we'll all basically do a Memories to Matches, whoever's on the video. It could be me, could be B and Scott, me and Lee and Scott, who knows? It could be me, Rab, fucking Peanut, because we know Peanut needs to be in there. Who knows? I'm just saying we might be doing some more Memories to Matches. And I know we're definitely doing some more Backyard Breakdowns. I had a DVD that I had lost. I think I explained this in one of the other ones, but I lost one of my DVDs. It was our second ever Backyard Wrestling DVD, and my friend found it over Christmas, over the Christmas weekend or whatever, and he messaged me. He's like, "Hey, is this it?" I was like, "Oh my God, send it to me." So I have a lot more fun matches coming up too soon in the UBW for me. We're going to get more Peanut Yard of Honor stuff, and we're going to get Matt Zion and his new Omega and some more horrible Backyard Wrestling. So definitely some more Backyard Wrestling stuff coming out. I don't know why I'm going through this right now with you, but basically I'm just telling you, I know we've been slacking on content. I know we have been doing it. I know you guys know that too. But plans are for us to actually get this shit in gear and get going as we go through one of the biggest times in wrestling, which is, the road to WrestleMania. Kind of a big deal. But yeah, that's enough of me rambling. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for real. Thank you for JRPL the first year. I think it was a pretty damn good success. We're up to almost 70 people that have signed up and actually competed in the JRPL. Not everybody's on a consistent basis, but we're getting there. The more we get, though, the more work it is for me, and the more I have to think of a backup plan on how to fucking get this shit automated. But, no, for real. Thanks, everybody, for 2017. That's it. We'll see you guys in the next year, a.k.a. like 5 days from now. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the Clash of Champions and Final Battle. That's it. Peace.